You're about to discover 5 reasons why your site needs to load faster. Website speed affects you much more than you realize. It directly affects your bounce rate, conversion rate, and number of visitors. When it comes to the speed of your website, it's one of the last things you think about, but it might be one of the most important. Increasing your website load speed can bring a huge positive boost to your site and business, and it can be done rather easily and extremely cheaply. You are going to be absolutely shocked once you realize how impatient your visitors can be with your website speed. You'll see below how Google quickly realized that half a second can be the difference in 20% traffic drop. Image. Your visitors should respect your site and sense the professionalism. When someone visits your page and it loads lightning quick, what are they going to think? People can be so accustomed to waiting up to 15 seconds for a website to load that when your site loads instantly, they are taken back by it. It gives a sense of professionalism that your site and company are legit. We've all been to a site where the loading bar is slowly moving across and eventually we give up and move on. You don't want that to be your site. That could be a lifelong customer that may never come back because their image of you has been spoiled. With some of the big boys like Amazon having load speeds of only a few seconds, your measly blog has to at least be on par so that you look like an equal in your visitors' eyes. Web analytics. Speeding up your site's speed will increase all of your site's metrics. Let's be honest for a second. Any website owner spends much more time looking at their web analytics than they should be. Want those stats to be better? Increase your site's speed. The speed of your site directly correlates your stats. Think about it. If your site is loading super quick and the visitor can breeze around your site at a lightning pace, don't you think your bounce rate will increase? Will your opt-ins and conversions increase? Of course. And we have the facts to back it up. Your competition. You can give yourself another edge over those other guys. You want to make sure that you stay ahead of your competition. Your direct competition, smaller sites in the same niche as you, are an easier target. If your site is loading faster than theirs, it will give you an edge. And in this digital world, we need everyone we can get. If you are spending time working on your SEO, backlinking, social media marketing, and other promotions, but your site is still taking forever to load, it could cost you visitors and sales. Get in the ballpark of some of the big sites like Amazon, Hertz, or ESPN. Pretty good considering videos and everything else, and you'll be doing just fine. You need to take a hard look at your site speed and compare it to your direct competition and any major sites in your niche. It can give you a great boost. Converting sales and opt-ins. Improve the factors that put more money in your pocket. Most websites have a landing page, opt-in or sales letter. If not, I'm not sure why you've got a website for. For those that do, each visitor is going to do one of two things. They're going to complete your idea task or they are not. That task could be buying a product, opting into a newsletter, leaving their name and email address, or any other objective you may have. If your site is taking too long to load, they will certainly not be staying around to do any of the above. The faster the speed of your site, along with the design and copy, all work together to help convert those visitors into customers. If any of those factors are not working properly, it can greatly affect your conversions. Search engine optimization. Ranking better in the search engines is a main goal for most websites. As many of you already know, website speed is one of the factors in Google's ranking algorithm. Matt Cutts announced on his blog last year, and while it's a small factor, it's a factor nonetheless, Google themselves have proved that speed kills. Google's vice president asked Google users if they would rather see 30 results instead of the usual 10 that you see in a Google search. The users, of course, wanted more, but the results were not as Google expected. Google ran a split test and the pages that had 30 search results had a traffic drop of 20%. Google Google investigated further and tested the loading speeds and found out that the difference between 10 and 30 results was only half of a second. This small change of load speed difference was costing Google 20%. What would happen if you increase your site speed by a couple of seconds? Each second that you can manage to shave off your load time will increase the image and confidence that your visitors have. This can greatly increase your conversions, sales, and bounce rate. The best part is you can increase it very easily. There are two elements that directly affect your website speed. The first is the website itself. The second is your web host. Ever heard of the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? That's why you need to make sure both your website and your web host are working well. Your site can be optimized perfectly, but that won't matter if your web host can't load it quick enough. Just the opposite is true. A crappy, slow website won't load fast just because your web host is doing everything right. Download today our free website optimization guide. You will learn the ways to greatly increase your website speed. So what's inside, you say? Firstly, how to determine your website speed and what needs to be improved. If problems lie within your website host, or both, how to find the right web host, how to fully optimize your website, tweaks and plugins to dramatically boost WordPress speed. We look forward to helping you succeed on the web.